I am so excited to get into this year's planner setup for 2025. Before we do, we must reflect on 2024 and find the elements that really worked in this planner to make 2025 even better. 2024 was so great because I achieved almost all of my goals. And I also, for the first time ever, was consistent in a planner for the entire year. I have never done that before. I have usually started and stopped or had gaps in between, but not this year. This year, two things really helped me be consistent and helped me achieve those goals. And the number one was the right planner for me, and that's the Laurel Denise Planner. And the second thing I think that I really honed in on this year was the Kendra Adachi Lazy Genius Principles. She is an author. I've talked about her in previous videos. And the Lazy Genius Principles are about being a genius about the things that matter and lazy about the things that don't. And I really honed in on that this year, 2024. And so you're going to see that throughout my planner. You're going to see that, of course, throughout all my videos where I kind of focus in on the things that matter most to me, and especially when it comes to planning. So let's talk about our Laurel Denise Planner. 2024, I've used it the entire time. I used the entire thing. I used every single month. I did not skip. I did not miss. Now, there might have been little areas that I missed, like maybe the time blocking, but that's not because I missed it. It's just because for me, I do the same thing. I work 8 to 5, so my schedule is usually the same. That's the only reason you would see gaps in my calendar, is because I have the same thing going on 5 days a week. Otherwise, though, I've used this so much, and the number one area that I use, I'm going to share that with you now, is this area that shows all the months kind of broken out, and it has 2 sections of each month, the goals and things to remember. I really focus on that, but the number one thing that I focused in on and used almost daily was this. It actually says special dates and events, but I turned it into my yearly goals. Now, my goals are usually things, they could be anything from projects to wishes to tasks to anything I just really will feel really good if I achieve it in that year. So that's what I'd list here. Some of them are so simple, but 90% of my goals I did achieve. And I think it's, as mentioned, the planner and the Lazy Genius Principles. All right, so I love this section. I'm definitely going to use it the same way in 2025. Now, here's where I evolved from 24 to 25. You'll see these things are in pencil. And I did evolve throughout the months of this planner and got away from pencil. You really start to see it towards the summer as I was venturing into my new erasable pens. And then it really got very consistent come August and September. And September, I even dabbled more into stickers. And I was really starting to enjoy seeing things in a more creative way. I didn't get too elaborate, but I did just do some pops with colors and different things. And I really enjoyed using the erasable pens for 2 reasons. One, I can see things better, and I'm sure that was also the reason, was to allow you to see things better, because if I'm showing it on videos, showing things in pencil is not working. And so now we both benefit. So I'm really happy I made the switch. I'm going to stay with the erasable pens. I found, as you see, the colors change because I found some pens I really, really enjoy. And so I'll leave a link to those below, but I really found some products I enjoyed to get me away from pencil. So I did evolve past that. Some other areas that I was consistent month to month was using this section here as highlights. I'll show you where it's in pen. It's a little easier to see. It's showing this in this section. I did the highlights. That's what I used this for. I did not use the habit tracker. I don't see me using that in the future. Habits on a daily basis are not something I tend to track. I'll try to find a way to cover that if needed, but otherwise I just left that blank month to month. But I really love the to do this week and the to do this month. I was pretty consistent in using those, and I will continue that because I'm really big about year to month. And now this in 2025, I'm going to go year to quarter to month to week to day. So that's the plan. I also love how on the top here, I used it for my top 3 priorities. I always did that. I got more consistent with that towards the end of the year. And I also used the back pages Let's talk about those. I did not use yearly wins or yearly lessons. I might use that next year. Instead of putting all the highlights per month, I might put them all here for the entire year, something I'm contemplating. I did use these back pages for video ideas. I used it for sticky notes. I used it for just things, lists, my project plans. I'm going to continue to use it in that way. And I'm leaving all these that I used kind of like an archive. I'm going to leave this back here for the history of 2024. These are all lists of events we had and what I made appetizer-wise, food-wise at each of these events. I'm going to leave it there for an archive and for a reference. I did not use these sections here. Books I'm reading, things I'm listening to, gratitude, hobbies, I'm excited for it. I didn't use those. I don't really, besides that highlight section, I'm not really reflective during the year in my planner. So I'm more project-based. So anyway, so I have my project plans. And you can see here just some things that I worked on and the different steps. And I even made a calendar this year for my content. And that's what this is, all the appetizers from my content. I made a calendar this year. More project plans. I was on YouTube live twice and what the steps were and what I was making on those. So I left that. Christmas list, I used the back page, one of them for my Christmas list this year. So all of those back pages really worked. I'm going to leave them in here for archive, but I'm going to probably use them the same way in 2025. So one of the biggest things that I started to track in the end of the year, specifically was related to YouTube, was my content schedule. And that's where I used another one of their project planner insert pages, was to use it for video content and the schedule. I'm not sure if I'm going to be using this exact format again for 25. I might have a different plan in mind. There were so many moving parts to this that I don't know if this was as helpful as I was hoping for me to see and move things. It's great to have a list, but it was this movable stuff. And that's what I'm looking forward to in 2025. We'll get to that in a minute. I can't wait to share what I'm whipping up there. All right, so that is what I've used. So you can see the evolution from pencil to pen. I've used it consistently. I've absolutely loved it. The first page really was the key for me to really have those goals. Even though it says special dates and events, I really used it for goals. And I'm going to be doing the same for 25. It will be in pen. There will be plenty of focus on these and then the breakout of these into quarters, months, and weeks. So I really, really love, if you can't tell, I love how I use the planner. I also love how I use the accessories. My pen pouch stayed with my sticky note accessory set. I love this. I've used this so much. I've used every single one of these in some way or another. I've used a lot of them for content. I've used a lot of them for appetizers, putting them on plates when I'm about to have an event, so I knew exactly what dish went with what appetizer. And I just use these in so many different ways. And because I love her products so much, I am a Laurel Denise affiliate, and I do have a discount code. So if you want to buy any products, be sure to use my Danielle10 code to get 10% off your entire purchase. Going to be using these a lot more on my content calendar, which I'll show you as we get into 25. All right, I think that covers the history, the evolution, the why I've been so consistent, why I absolutely love this planner. And now we're going to get into what I'm going to do to have an even better 25. I am looking forward to some more visual elements, and we'll get into that right now. Okay, for 2025 planner setup, the first thing I needed, and the first thing you'll need, of course, is a planner for 2025. So let's move over 2024 and make way for my new 2025 planner. I absolutely love this. I love the pattern and the colors. When I look at it, it just makes me feel so good. And that's what's so great about having the best planner. When you look at it and you're just motivated to grab it because it's so pretty and so inviting. And that's what this is. So one thing to note from 24 to 25, the actual format of the layout of the planner is the same. I kept the vertical weekly edition. So when it says vertical, what that's referring to is the blocking here, the time blocking and the schedule, and these insert pages, the middle pages that go down vertically instead of horizontally. So I have the vertical. The other thing that I kept the same was I have an actual Monday start. So I know most calendars start on Sunday. My mind just kept wanting to go back to a Sunday start. But for planning, especially for content, seeing my weekends together, it's just so much easier for me. And seeing my weeks with Saturday and Sunday together was so crucial for me. It just made things so much easier for planning. So I kept to the Monday planner. My mind is still wanting sometimes because every other calendar starts with Sunday. But for me, for my planning, I went and stayed with the Monday start. In fact, you'll see in my next thing I'm going to share with you, I kept up with that Monday start. So for the 2025 planning, 2 things I wanted to do before I even started putting anything in here in this planner was the first thing I wanted was a year at a glance in a reusable format. So I actually have, this is so old school. I've had this for years and years. If you can tell, this is way before I think printers were so good, and definitely way before Canva and we can create our own templates. This is just a monthly plan book. It has blank calendar sheets. That's all it is so you could just kind of recreate your own calendar. Like I said, this is probably way even before printers where we could print these in mass at home real easily from a template on our computers. I'm telling you, old. This was from Woolworth, $1.79 back in the day. But I've had it and I thought, you know what? I'm just going to make copies. It's no different than me printing. It takes the same amount of ink. So I'm just going to make copies and I am going to put labels and make copies so that it's a Monday start. And then I'm going to laminate them and then I'm going to date them. And that's exactly what I did. And now I have the 12-month set up. It's here on my wall, as you see. And I am ready to use this specifically for content. The sticky notes are going to be the key, removing them, moving them around so I could really plan my content out for the year. And for me to do it in ways where it's still visually and aesthetically pleasing was also key. So I've really tried to focus. That's why this is behind the door. So it's not something that's always in my face. If it's messy, I can just kind of put it behind the door and just open the door and look at it when I need to. And I'm in this room a lot. So I'm going to be looking at it at a daily basis. All right, the second thing I did before I put anything into my planner, I did a brain dump. And I went through old lists. I went through my 2024 planner, the goals I did not achieve, which were very few, but I put down everything in here. I did tasks, projects, and I even put myself a little key, P for project, T for task, G for goal. I just needed a brain dump. I didn't want to put it in here that it stayed messy and sloppy. And because what I'm going to do is, of course, transfer all this now into my 25 planner. That's one thing I really worked hard on, and one thing I think made the difference in 24 was one place. One place. All your lists, all your projects, all your plans, one place. So my content, now let's talk about the content. The other thing I'm introducing from Laurel Denise are these insert pages. This one specifically is the right side calendar. That big calendar I showed you on the wall with laminated months, that with all the Post-it notes, that's actually going to come back into the planner by these pages here. So I'll have the month of my events and the holidays and all the things that are going on this side. And then this side will be the calendar for content that matches up. So I'm looking forward to using those. And that's how those two pieces are going to work together. My big at a glance and then monthly with this sheet. And then this sheet, the goal planning, this is also part of their project planning pack, the insert pages. This is per month to plan your goals for that month. Now, I am going to continue, for me, the planning for the month. I really like this because I like that the goals section is smaller. It's the perfect size to just have 3 to 4 goals for that month, as opposed to this big space. I know it might seem weird, but having this big space makes me feel like I need to fill it in with many goals for that month. So I'm thinking before it goes on that big calendar on the wall, it's gonna kind of just stay here, these Post-it notes. So like if I think about soups are gonna be really good in January. I'll put them here, and then when it's time, I can move that on the very specific day of the month on that big calendar. And then I can move it here when we're in that actual month in my planner. So let's begin our setup for 2025. The new planner comes with my new nails. I just painted these. These are from Olive and June. I did get the Christmas set as a gift, and I'm loving them, trying to paint my nails more often. All right, let's get into 2025. So the first thing I'm going to do, of course, I'm going to write my name in it. And these are the new pens I got. I got these Frixion clicker. This is a 0.07, the erasable. I believe this set came in 5 colors, and I'm really liking the more pinkish tones. There's like a pinkish red and a mauve red, the 2 colors I seem to gravitate the most, but this one I'm going to use to tell everybody who this book belongs to. All right, and I'm going to take these out. These are our rulers, the same as last year. The U are here and the U are also here, one with ruler and one with a scalloped edge for making lines in your planner. I have now transferred this brain dump to a more organized projects, tasks, and goals. And this will be what I'll focus on all year. I am going to continue this list, the 2025 goals, which is a combination of all 3 lists. These are like the top priorities, the things I really, really want to achieve for the year. I'll put that here. Over here, I started just very specifically per month, which I am also going to do each month, which I will take those projects, tasks, and goals and add them here to do this month. What I did for the content calendar, I actually folded it so I could see to do this month, but then I can open that and see this easily. I'm going to be working on my content calendar for the year. I'm going to be doing that and probably next, but it probably won't be in this video because it's going to take quite a bit of time to kind of lay it all out and get that prepared. It might be in another video. All right, so January to do this week, and then the sticky notes that keeps me in just kind of aligned on what day it is. So I am set with everything. My top 3s will remain the same to do this week, to do this month. And then I have all my pages in the back, starting with the projects I'll be working on in those detailed project plans, the list of my video content. And one of the things to talk about is menu planning. So this will be the insert I will use for my menu. I will be putting, actually I'll be probably using this side, which says shopping list, but I'll be using it as a running list. I love that this is erasable, can fit anywhere I need it to into my planner, so that's perfect. It is just so easy to get in and out, and it becomes the thing I need that I can carry around when I'm on my phone or my iPad looking at recipes or cookbooks or whatever I am doing to get inspired for new meals for the week. So that is the plan. I can't wait to start using that. And everything else is falling in place, but that kind of helps you see the 2025 setup, what I'm going to be doing. And the 2 goals really for the whole planner is keeping everything in one place, so everything goes in here. And the other goal is big picture, seeing everything at a year at a glance, then at a quarter, then month, then week, then day. And that's how I'll be planning it out, and how I will achieve the same results that I had in 24 and do even better in 25. Thanks so much for watching and joining me on this planner journey. I look forward to giving you more updates, so be sure to click the notification bell to be notified when I put out these videos. Thanks again, and I'll see you on the next video.